Karina, and I'm going to be talking to you all about some special goodies, which are these Hermes Kellys and Birkins, which are some of the world's rarest handbags in the world. Now, you may not want to be buying today, but maybe you want to inform yourselves with knowledge so that you can make the perfect purchase, hopefully directly from the Hermes store, which you can't beat. But if you are really wanting it today and you want to pick that handbag of your dreams today, then here we are showing you these incredible pieces. So if you are tuning in for the first time, how it works is I will talk about these special beauties and what makes them special, give you a bit of history behind them, the colors, what they're made from, and then below, the price will be revealed. You can tap on the icon, you can see more images, and you can just check out as normal. If you are tuning in from Catch Up TV, feel free to send us a DM on our Instagram and we can answer you extra questions, or you can just enjoy the show. So guys, are you ready for my daily dose of vitamin C? I'm gonna start with this beautiful piece here, which is in the color, I believe it's Rosette. Baby, it's a beautiful pinky tone. It's a Kelly 28. Now for me, the Kelly 28 is one of the most sought after colors. Now this particular color was a discontinued color and is now being reproduced because it is the color Rose Jaipur. For me, Rose Jaipur is the most stunning color. Now, I love the history and the story behind Hermes colors. Now, if you know Jaipur, Jaipur is a city in India, and it's known to be the pink city because it has this beautiful dusty hue, which makes the city glow a beautiful pink. This color pink. And so Hermes was inspired by the city Jaipur to make this most incredible color. Thank you, Anna. The bus ad is so exciting. I can't really contain the excitement. Literally today, I was in the middle of the meeting and I see the bus drive past the window and I had to scream. And the man was like, "What? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh my God, just saw the bus." So I don't think I'm gonna get sick of it, seeing it. But yeah, it's a very, very fun time to be on a bus. It's like a dream come true. Would never have thought that we would ever be on a bus. And thank you guys and you guys for supporting us to be able to do this and, you know, being part of our incredible journey. So I really appreciate you guys joining in with our story. And if you do see us on the bus, please tag us. Good afternoon, Lauren, and nice to see you, Curator Lab. Now, back to this special piece. This is in the color Jaipur, Epsom leather, 28 cellular stitching, which means the stitching is on the outside, palladium hardware. Now, if you are looking for a piece which really holds its shape, Epsom is the perfect leather for you. However, what are the pros and the cons to Epsom? Pros is it's a structured bag. It won't lose its shape over time. The cons are it's quite a stiff structured bag, and actually, despite what people think, it's probably it's the easiest bag to scratch because it's hard, and when you do resist against it, it easily resists, so it scratches really easily. Hopefully I'm making sense. And also it is just the most incredible color. Epsom really shows more of a deeper tone. So if you're looking for colored bags, Epsom shows the deepest tone on the leather. Now, are we ready for the price? So we can reveal. The price of this bag is £18,150. It's a 2021 piece, so it means it comes with its box, receipt. You can see the seals still in place. Let me just quickly show you here as well. And you can just tap on that icon and you can just check out as normal. If you've got any details or questions, please let me know. Or you can book to make an appointment to see us. So we've kind of like merge the pink families together. So we've got some beautiful tones which are from the same families with the same similar types of hues. So just to quickly show you here that these are the types of hues. They're kind of like got almost bricky like colors. Now this piece is just a 25. It's in the leather ever color. Now you can see it's much more softer. So the difference between these two leathers, keep going back to this, and this bag is that, can you see the difference? One is sellier, which means the stitching is on the outside, and the other one is retourné, which means that it's been turned inside out to create this bag. So when Hermes build the Kelly, they build the Kelly to look like this, and then they turn it inside out to become the retourné, which is why it's called retourné. Now,
I'm just trying to work out which one this is.
It's a Kelly 25, Evercolor. So Evercolor is a newer leather that Hermes has produced around 3 or 4 years ago. It's a good combination between Swift and Togo. So can you guys see there is a slight grain here? Again, unworn with the seals. Now, if you are somebody who's looking for a leather that isn't as delicate as Swift and something that is not as grainy as Togo, Evercolor is that perfect combination, because you can see it is really just incredible. And you can see the plastics are still intact. So one thing to point out to see when a bag has been used, often the seal comes off here, which is normal when you're opening and closing the bag. But a good way to test if a bag has been used is this starts fraying on the sides, and that's a test that we look to see if the bag is completely new. This is a Z stamp. And are we ready?
What colour is this?
I think we're going to go and find out if we can find this bag to tag for you. So take a moment, look at the shelves, and so this is actually one of the newest Hermes colours. And again, as you can see, the theme are going for those rose colours. Now this is actually rose blush. So it's almost in between a brick colour. So if you know brick is kind of like a colour of a brick. And it's got like a blush pink. Now, sorry, I've got hiccups. This is actually a Verso Kelly. So inside this Kelly, which I'm going to quickly just show you a flush, is pink. And can you guys guess the colour inside this bag? Now this is, oh my God, it absolutely looks incredible. Can you see? So inside it's rose Jaipur. So back to the roses and the beautiful rose tones. This is absolutely incredible. Now, one of the reasons why I love Verso Kellys, and I only have the opportunity to own one Verso Kelly, and every time I look into it, it just is that beautiful surprise. I personally would hold my Kelly like this, so you can just see that flush of pink when you're holding it inside, like that special piece. And you can see it comes with its dust bag, everything inside, absolutely beautiful. A great way to get something that's a bit more special, because when it comes to buying seasonal colours, yes, Curator Lab, Lauren, it is absolutely beautiful, this colour. When it comes to special pieces, you can tell when an item is special because of the colourways, and the Versos are incredibly rare, because once that's done, you're never going to be able to get the opportunity to buy that again. So let me just close this bag up so that it can go nicely back on its shelf, ready for someone else. So if you want to see details of this, are you ready? The price of this is £15,345, and you just tap on the icon. By the way, this is a really incredible price. It's quite competitive. As you know, we do typically resell the prices of Kellys and Birkins here for above, £15,000. So a great price. Z stamp, comes with receipt and everything. It really is a special piece. Okay, so sticking to the same families of colours, can you guys see like the theme that Hermes is going for this season, which is that almost like an very autumnal-like. Is autumnal a word?
Autumnal.
Yeah, it is a word. Okay,
Yeah.
It is a word, guys. Learning English here for the first time. So, another very special piece. It's the baby Birkin, the smallest Birkin of them all. Although there is a mini Birkin, which was released during the candy collection. And they're tiny. So, if you are after the smallest Birkin, this is known as a size 25. And this is just rare in itself because of the fact that it is cellier, it's a structured bag. Now, often Birkins have the appearance which are designed to be quite soft and slouchy, whereas this is structured. Now, Cellier was produced in a Birkin quite a long time ago, and then they reintroduced it about 2 years ago. So it's really a collector's piece, and I'd say it's much more of an acquired taste because it's not your everyday Birkin, because of the fact that it's structured, it maintains its shape. Now, Hermes, for some reason, for whatever reason, decided to stop the production of Epsom leather in a Birkin 25. However, Epsom Birkin 25 leather is available to produce in certain special orders. So special order means that you get to pick the leather and the colours that you want from their colour chart. So they reintroduced Epsom and the leather Vous Madame in about 2 or 3 years ago, but only 2 years ago actually, in the Cellier Birkin. So if you do want Epsom, and Epsom is the leather of choice, and you want a Birkin 25, the only way to get that for an unworn piece is Cellier. So if you do go to the Hermes store and you want to create a wish list and you want to get an Epsom Birkin, Cellier is the only way to do that. And Jeanette has managed to get a Birkin 30. Oh my God, what colour did you get? It really is a beautiful bag. It really it's a proud Birkin, a very proud Birkin, what I'd like to say. As you can see, the stitching is on the outside. It kind of has this beautiful like pyramid, rectangle, not triangle shape, as you can see. And it's got the palladium hardware, sanguine. So the colour of this is also an older colour that has been reproduced, and the colour is known as sanguine. Now sanguine again kind of has that bricky orange tone, red tone to it with the palladium hardware. It really is a beautiful pop of colour. Now I believe this is actually in the leather Vous Madame. Because it is a stiffer leather, it is more difficult to put on your arm, and actually more comfortable personally. As you can see, I can't move my hand around it. Personally, I can't get my hand out either. I'd wear it as a top handle bag. And that's really the design of a Birkin 25. It is really such a beautiful tone, and very, very pretty. So you can just see. So I love listening to you. Oh, thank you so much. You should do lives with just information too. Question, do Hermes still do waiting lists? So part of the Hermes Live, because typically most people come onto the show to learn a bit more information about Hermes, is just to give you insight on the colours, seasonal colours, what bags, leathers are they doing, more than just a selling. Of course, we just give people the option to buy the item should they want to see it in person, but this show isn't really designed to sell on the spot, because you can't really instantly that fastly decide to buy a Birkin or a Kelly, especially at these premium values. So I completely appreciate that. And part of the reason why I do this show is to give people the information to make that informed purchase should they want to later on take that really, really deep purchase, because these are very expensive bags. They are really premium priced. So we really love to give you the, the knowledge to purchase before making that purchase. Or even if you don't purchase from Luxury Promise, you can go to Hermes and create that wish list should you want to. So Hermes, back to your question, Hermes do a waiting list. So it's now a wish list. So the wish list is 9 months long. You have to go to Hermes before lockdown. During lockdown or the pandemic, you have to book an appointment. My recommendation is that you book an appointment, or you walk in and you ask for a leather specialist. A leather specialist can be anyone who deals with small accessories, handbags, not just Hermes and Birkins, but in the leather department, and ask them to create a wish list for you. Now, on that wish list, and you do not need to have a spending history. People are acquiring inventory without spending history. However, some Hermes resellers like to say that you need to spend abundance of a certain amount. Unless you're lucky, sometimes you don't have to, but that isn't necessarily the case. I have come across 2 or 3 people within the week or so who have bought Hermes with only buying an Hermes Oran sandals and have been offered Birkins and Kellys. So this whole spending history isn't necessarily always the case. It's about developing a relationship with that certain sales assistant. So if you do want to go to Hermes, you can create a wish list. It's only valuable for 9 months. I really, really recommend when creating that wish list that you put more than just one option. So if you want a Kelly, you can put up to 3 options on it. So if you want a Kelly, you can choose 3 Kellys in 3 different colours with different hardwares. I would recommend, if you really want to go for that classic colour, put a classic colour down. So put down your E-taupe Kelly 28 with palladium hardware. But also at the same time, ask for their seasonal colors that you might be really drawn to. So if you are wanting like sanguine and you really like sanguine and you've learnt to see sanguine from the live, then you can go and say, I'd like to also put a classic color, which is E-taupe. I'd like to put on a sanguine Kelly 28, or I'd like to put on a Kelly 28 Rose Jaipur. And because we are getting all these like influxes of unworn pieces, which are seasonal colors, you'll be able to really create your wish list. And so even if you don't buy from Luxury Promise and you did get your insight from Luxury Promise, please do let me know, because that's why I do this show, so that you can get this. So Gabriella, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you come back to the next Hermes Live. So are we ready? So if you are interested and you want to buy this piece is £16,445, which is an incredible price for the Cellier Birkin, because it's extremely rare, and especially in the sanguine. It's the first time I've ever dealt with a sanguine Cellier Birkin 25, and the leather is Vu Madame. So it's Vu Madame, which is quite similar to Epsom. So can you see the leather, guys? It's a bit more hard and structured, and it's got a shine to it, which is like exactly like Epsom leather typically doesn't have that shine to it. Thank you, Lydia and Gabriella and Curator Lab. You guys are amazing. You're making me feel like I'm not talking to myself, so I really enjoy it. Thank you. Love the feedback, guys. Please give me feedback. Okay, so moving on to another Cellier Birkin, which is a bit more orange. Can you guys see? Like, if I was to hold this and this from far away, you probably wouldn't really know the difference. But together, look at that. Look at the different shades. You can truly see the redness in this together. And this has more of a beautiful orange tone. So if you are after a bag which has an orange tone, this is the perfect piece. And that's a 25. What colours do you guys like? This one? Oh, you can't tell me which one or this one. There's two very special pieces here. So in the picture, can you see, it kind of looks like this, but actually they're both very special. Now, this is more of like, I'd say, an apricot tone, and this looks like it's actually Epsom. Yes, I think this is Epsom. So you can see this is Epsom, and let me just quickly bring the two leathers together. So Vu Madame is similar to Epsom, but it has this glossy finish to it, but you can't really see the grain as much, whereas this is more of a matte finish, and you can you see the grain on this? Whereas on this, it seems a bit more smoother. You can see the grain from here. And that's why I really love, that's Epsom and that's Vu Madame. So Vu Madame is very, very, very similar, to be honest. It just has more like a finishing on it, which is really pretty. So this is a 25 again, Cellier, palladium hardware, and you can see it has the seals intact. All these pieces have never been used, come with a box and everything. Best part of your lives are the comparisons side by side. Only time I can actually see the difference. I love it when I pull these together. So it's good to know that you also love that, because it's really important to know the difference between the two, because when handling them, I'd say Epsom is more durable. I think this would show, has that beautiful shine to it. In terms of like structure, they're both quite similar. In terms of wear, I'd say they're identical to wear, in terms of like whether it's more durable or not, whereas this is just more of a grainier leather. Are we ready for this price?
Yes.
So this bag is orangery terre. Okay, I'm going to just call it Terre Battue.
Yes.
Terre Battue again is it is called orangery. It's not.
No,
oh,
the orangey is just my.
Oh, that's the orangery is Rachel's description. I was like.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I lost you for a second. So Terre Battue is the colour. And again, it's an older colour that Hermes has produced and brought back in. Very beautiful. It's very much the Terre Battue, very much the colour which it is meant to be. Now, let's go on to classic tones in case you guys are not an orange fan and you just want a nice classic Kelly in your wardrobe or on you, on your shelf, wherever you want to put her. This is a Kelly 28. For me, Kelly 28 is just incredible. Okay, so guys, just before I head over to this again, So the Terra Batu is 18,645 compared to the other one, which was around 16,000. So you can really see that the previous Birkin 25, which has now lost the colour in my head, Sanguine, is such a great price compared. So we pinned them both. So in comparison, value for money, definitely the Sanguine is a better choice.
And it's a lovely coral.
And yeah, it's a lovely corally red, for sure. Okay, Kelly 28. Classic in the colour Etain. Classic colours of Hermes, as I always tell people, is gold, Etain, E-taupe and black. Those are the colours that Hermes produce all year round, every year, forever and ever and ever. And if you do want a classic colour, this is one of the classic colours maybe you would put on your wish list together with 2 other colours, which are seasonal colours, and then you up your chance of getting that. Now, this is a 28, which is the most sought after size. It is just beautiful. You can see it's got the palladium hardware. So Etain is like a tin grey, got that beautiful, almost like a brownie hue. I'd say this is probably more of a real grey than Etain, which, do we have any Etain around in the room? Oh, we do have Etain. E-taupe, sorry.
Yes.
So just to show you the comparison between the 2 classic tones. So E-taupe is classic and so is Etain. So this is Etain and this is E-taupe. Now the difference between the 2 is very, very important differences, is that this is a khaki toned undertone and this is more of a grey brown undertone. Also, the major difference between the 2 is that E-taupe always comes with contrast stitching. So you see the white stitching on this is known as contrast stitching. It's not just white stitching, the official term is contrast stitching. And then this is just the classic saddle stitch. So Hermes use what is known as a saddle stitch, which is what they use to build their bags. So you can see it's slightly lopsided. You can see the lopsidedness here. So quickly just to show you. It's more of a lopsided stitch. So it kind of goes to like a right angle. And that's very important to look at when we're authenticating the bags because of the way that these bags are handmade. They are not perfect alignment. Very bad sign if they're perfect alignment, unless it's a really good craftsman. And you can see can you see? Not perfect alignment, guys. It's like that wonky stitch. This is known as saddle stitch. That's the stitches they use to make the saddles, which is part of the history of Hermes, the equestrian routes. So great piece here. Now, let's go back to the Etain. So those are the 2 differences between Etain and E-taupe. So Etain, again, this is Cellier. Cellier meaning stitching on the outside, very structured. This is Epsom leather and probably one of the most sought after requested leather with the palladium hardware. It gives it more of a cooling effect, I think, with palladium. And the price of this, I'm taking you guys to school today. I feel like a mum. I have mum teacher vibes pretty much all day long. I feel like Rachel was like, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm like, clean the bin, guys, or guys, can we do this? Can we do it like this? So the price of this is £19,250 and it comes with its box receipt. It's 2021, which is a Z stamp. So Z stamp is a new stamp. We don't know what new stamp is going to be like in the new year. So the new stamp officially will launch around mid-January, and Hermes this year hopped their stamps around. So usually when you look at the history of the Kelly and Birkin on the Hey Purse Bop, Hey Monica, and if you guys are into Hermes and you want to learn more about luxury, you guys have to go and find Purse Bop and follow her. Now, when it comes to this history of stamping, Hermes for the first time this year hopped their stamps around. So what that means is, even if you go back to a 1980s Kelly, Hermes always did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The first set of stamps was without a circle or a square. And then they moved to A, B, C, D, E with a circle. And then when they got to the end, they then moved to A, B, C, D, E with a square. And they've now gone back to no shape around the letter. And they hopped. They went from X to A. They didn't do a B. They went X to A to C to D and then Z. So they completely like hopped around the alphabet this year. So we don't know what the 2022 official stamp yet is going to be. Perspex, do you know? Maybe you know the official letter. So anyway, this Etain Kelly is just incredible. And if you are after a classic, just tap on that icon. Or if you are wishing to add a classic to your list, this is what it looks like on 28, perfect size. Hey Jen. Okay. Let's talk about the e-taupe. Now, I am a huge fan of e-taupe with gold. It really just, the detail of the e-taupe is just incredible because of the contrast stitching. Now, not everyone is a fan of contrast stitching, and actually it took me a long time to appreciate contrast stitching. And so contrast stitching colours, you see contrast stitching, which is the white stitching, you'll see it on blue jean and you'll see it on gold and e-taupe. So with the gold hardware, I think it just gives that extra detail, which is just incredible. Again, this is a 28, it's Epsom. It's just so elegant, it's really classy. It goes with absolutely everything. And yeah, just beautiful. Now, ready for the price of this?
Sure.
Let's give you the price. It's £19,250. Again, Z stamp 2021. And yeah, very pretty. Curator Lab likes contrast kind of girl. I love that. Me too. Yeah, I just think that just really, I think it's just that detail that you see, which is what Hermes craftsmanship is about, the detail. Okay, guys. Oh my God. This is amazing. Like literally amazing. Now, it is so rare to get this in a brand new, unworn colour, an unworn piece, because it's box leather, palladium hardware, and typically we see the Hermes Kelly box in vintage. Now, vintage pieces, as you know, the box Kelly is one of the most second searched item when it comes to pre-loved items, and Perspex will tell you that as well. It is one of the pieces that we've seen really dramatically increase in price, and the demand for box Kelly had gone through the roof. Now, typically when we look at box Kellys, we're looking at the ages between 80s and 70s. Those are the years of the box Kelly years that we see most coming out. Hermes does produce box Kelly still, but in such rare and limited quantities. It is so rare to come by. And it's the first time I'm coming by box Kelly in box palladium hardware, which is a 2021 piece. So the fact that it's a brand new piece, it's very rare to come by. And if you are somebody who doesn't want to buy something that has been scratched and loved by someone else, and you want to do all the scratching, then this is the bag to get, because you can see it's palladium hardware. Now, I personally would not probably put a box Kelly on my wish list, because the fact that I would get it will be very rare, because we just don't see them coming in that often. So yeah, you are very limiting your choice by really going for the black, although it is something Hermes produces, but they're more like, I don't know, like a cherry on the top, that someone might have already taken that cherry and then there's no cherries left. Then what do you do? Don't know if that's a great comparison to do, but kind of, you know what I mean. There's one cake with one cherry and someone goes and gets a cherry. You can't get this anymore. It's that rare, basically. And like I said, look at the shine to box leather with the palladium. Now, when it comes to box leather, it is actually one of the best leathers to go to the spa. So if you are looking to venturing into a box Kelly, whether it's brand new, unworn, or whether you go for a piece that's vintage, Hermes Spa the box Kelly so beautifully. Now, the spa service is around £180 here in the UK, which is around $250 US. And you can get your shine back in. And I really recommend taking your Kelly or your box Kelly or Birkin to the spa when you're not using it, because it dries out and you need to put that gloss back into it, which is really important to be able to maintain the life of that bag. So really always recommend using the spa service, which is what Hermes does the best, and that's why I'm such a big fan, because their after service cannot be beaten by anyone. And the quality of the older box does not compare to the modern leather, although this is gorgeous, great spa leather. Like as Perspex Monica's saying, the vintage ones have more of a glossy shine to it. And if you are looking to add a box Kelly into your collection, do consider vintage. or if you want to be that first person who owns the bag, then I understand. I get it. We've also got you covered, but we've also got the vintage girls covered as well, which we do have a selection of box Kellys on our website. Now, ready for the reveal? And palladium hardware is really hard to come by the way, with box. £16,445 for this. Really, almost like a holy grail of box Kellys, because you don't get palladium and you don't really get them 2021. So if you want to tap on that icon, go for it, girls. Now, how often should you send a bag to the spa? Once you do a spa service, you don't really need to be doing it for a good few years. I'd say with box leather, where do you live? What's your climate? If you live here in the UK, I recommend probably, 2 or 3 years time, you can go and do a spa, but I wouldn't probably do it every year. There's no need to do it for every year. When you notice your bag starts drying out or it starts wrinkling, for box leather, this is just particular for box leather, then I'd go to the spa service. Togo and Epsom doesn't really need to be sparred. It's a bit more for like a durable leather. But if you're buying a vintage piece, I recommend buying it, taking it to the spa, or even if it doesn't, it could have a nice glossy shine to it, then you're fine to do that. So Lydia, in Dubai, because you have humidity and you've got air conditioning and then you go outside, it's hot, I probably would try and spa your bags once every 3 years for box leather, because of the fact that you're coming in and out of different climate zones. AC Dubai more, and then you come in and then you're outside and it's hot again. So yeah, Mini Kelly. We have a Mini Kelly, but the Mini Kelly is not on our website, but I will show you Monica and Lydia and Curator Lab. This is so beautiful. This is the Mini Kelly in the color Jaune Amber, which is a beautiful amber tone, and it's got that gold hardware. Really, really rare. Amber, again, was an older color that Hermes produced and then brought it back around 3 years ago and is now bringing it back in again. So we're now seeing more amber pieces come in. You can see with the gold hardware, it just really makes it sunshiny yellow. It's a happy yellow, and you can see Jamie and Gina and another Sabrina. Hey, another Sabrina. Hey, ladies. Hope you're having fun. Wish I was with you guys in Paris, but unfortunately, COVID stops us from moving places, so very annoying. So here you go. You can see it's got the beautiful Cellier stitching. Now, this is known as history Kelly Cellier 2. The reason why it's called Kelly Cellier 2 is because it's the second edition of the Mini Kelly. Now, if you do want a mini vintage Hermes Kelly, you still need to be paying premium prices. So sorry, guys, you're not going to be able to beat the premium prices on the Mini Kelly. Now, the older Mini Kellys are slightly bigger in body, and they have a big top handle, which is pretty much similar to the top handle on a Kelly. So they've remade it and made the proportions, or is it portions or proportions? Yeah, proportions correct this time round. So yeah, very pretty, and wish I was with you guys in Paris. Next time, I think I'm gonna have to come all the way to Chicago, guys. I'm gonna have to come to the US. That's what I need to do.
I'm going with you.
Yeah, and Rachel's coming too. Okay. Creator Lab calls them the tunnel top handles. Yeah, they are. They're like big tunnels, the top handles on the vintage Kellys for sure. Okay, now, actually, where's the Amber? Oh, I was like, where's the Amber Kelly gone? Okay, let's move on to another piece, which okay, I don't know, there's too many pieces here, actually. You know what? There's one Kelly that I really want on my personal wish list. Yannette is saying, come to the USA. I'm trying to. I'm working on it. I'm working on it with a few people. Hint, hint. Right, okay, guys, are we ready for this? Is absolutely amazing. I really regret not purchasing this as a special order. So 3 years ago, Hermes were allowing you to create the letter Hermes Kellys. So this is actually a letter, represents a letter. I think it's the letter R, maybe?
Yay!
It is, which stands for Rachel, maybe. So Hermes introduced the letter Kellys, which are so rare and so hard to come by. And it was one of the bags I regret not getting because you can't get them anymore. Now, this is a special order, which means that someone went in, they created a Kelly with their letter on it, and, you know, it was just amazing. Now, again, this is a special order. I'm coming Chicago first. I'm coming. Don't you worry, Monica, I have to, since I can't come to you in Paris. Now, this again is a Cellier Kelly, and it's kind of like very artistic design with the block letters, and you can see they're patches of Epsom leather put together, but it is just absolutely insane. So you can't just walk in and get a letter Kelly. This one is a special order, so it means that people can put this on their list as a wish, not as a wish list. They did do a range of letter Kellys, but then you couldn't get them anymore. And then this particular piece meant that someone had to go in and order it. Now, you can see the colorway is absolutely beautiful with the anemone stripes, almost like a flag. Hermes actually did something known as the flag Birkin, which is quite similar to this. Again, it's a 28, a real statement piece. I think the letter Kelly is for someone who wants something. Obviously, the Birkin and Kelly are very unique, special pieces, but if you really want a piece which is even more unique, a double unique bag, then the letter Kelly is just beautiful for you. And we're ready for the reveal of the price. This is is 20,350. Is it blue sapphire, the colours? I'm trying to get the colours right because the colours look like blue indigo, deep blue, anemone, and blue indigo. So blue indigo, anemone. I always say anemone, but it's actually anemone, like which is Nemo. Really good. It's a tongue twister like colour. Nemo. Like Nemo. Yeah. And yeah, this is just incredible. Loving it. Thank you for my blazer love, Monica. I think it's because you missed me, that's why I haven't spoken to you in a while. Okay, this is... And now, oh my God, both these bags are my personal wish list bags, guys, by the way.
I don't know personally the difference between these two, because I've got two that are almost identical, so you might have to tell me. Yeah.
And that? They're two different bags?
Well, there's two that have that.
Oh, I think there's two in stock, so just grab one. Okay, guys, this is actually one that's on my personal wish list. It is a beautiful blue. I love navy bags. I think they're so elegant. I think they're really, really rare. It's like the new black, but not the black. Navy and brown are to me, two neutral colours, which aren't in the chart of neutrals, but they go with absolutely everything. As you can see, I'm wearing black. It's just that pop of blue, and it is just amazing with the gold hardware, and you can see it still has seals in place. It's the newer colour, never been used, got a bit of fluff here. Cellier 28, just absolutely beautiful with the gold hardware. I think blue with gold hardware, you cannot beat. Although I love the palladium hardware, I just think this really makes it a bit more elegant. Now this is blue nuit, the blue sapphires, the blue indigos, blue orange are seasonal colours right now, so if you are looking to create your wish list, great colours to add in your wish list so you can see the colour. So in some lights it looks like black, and then you've got that almost like a raw blue. My favourite size Kelly actually is, can you guess? My favourite size Kelly is actually a 32. The reason being is because it is a bag that becomes a bit more narrow to the top, and if you're going for Cellier, it's a bit more structured and it's tighter. So I find, you guys, if you watch my show, you can see I'm very loud and energetic. So I'm like, want to quickly get into my bag. Now, when the bag is too tiny, I'm like, oh, I can't get into my bag. And the Mini Kelly, literally, it's the most beautiful bag, and it is really fun. But I feel like the bag needs a bag because you can't. The other day I went out with my mum and she made a really fun. She was like, Sabrina, do you want to put your purse in my bag? I'm like, it's not a purse, Mum. It's an actual handbag because it is tiny. Tiny. She thought this was a purse and she wanted to know if I wanted to put my purse in her bag. I was like, it's a real bag.
That's so cute.
She couldn't understand why I was carrying my purse around and rocking it. But yeah, funny story. So 28, 32 are probably my favourite sizes to go to. And this is the most beautiful colour known as blue sapphire. A beautiful sapphire blue, jewel-like blue. It is just so pretty.
That's one of this season's colours.
And it is this seasonal colour. So blue sapphire is the seasonal colour to go for if you are a blue lover. Now, what I love about this is because it's got that midnight tone, it's not too it's not too loud like electric blue or blue hydra or blue Zanzibar. It's a bit more of a muted tone blue, but just royal, very elegant.
Perfect jewel blue.
Yeah. What was the colour of the other one? Was blue?
Do you want me to pin these ones?
Yeah. Let me just show you the difference between these two blues.
So let me.
Can you guys see the difference? So this is a blue sapphire, and this was blue, not indigo, blue, deep blue. Deep blue, blue sapphire. What do you guys prefer? Hard to
Sapphire.
Sapphire. So this is the sapphire blue and deep blue. So if you are looking to add these colours to your wish list, you can see the difference between the two blues. So you've got sapphire blue and then deep blue, which is more of a muted blue, and I think this has got more of like a little bit of a purple undertone, so you can know which ones to go for. So here we go.
Loud says sapphire.
Sapphire. I'm definitely team sapphire, but then I'm team letter, so I don't know which one to go for, really. Sapphire looks like it's winning for sure. Okay.
Ready for the price?
Now, the price of that. Oh, it would be good to know what the price of that was. See, guys, you know, it's 18,645. And yes, Anna is saying sapphire has purple undertones. And well done for using the Hermes terminology with the undertones. So yeah, Anna, we need to get you on our show now. Yeah. Enjoy your birthday, boy, Mr. Pursbop. Tell him we said happy birthday and thank you for the congrats. I hope to see you soon and speak to you soon, Monica. I'll see you in a bit.
Ooh, this
Okay.
amazing.
Now this is, can you guys guess what the tones of this is? Actually, let's play a guessing game. What tones do you think this is?
Green.
Can you see the tones in this colour? This is like a chameleon colour. Is it? What would you say the colour of this is? Not Hermes colours, but can you see the tones of the colours on this bag? It's hard to see on camera, the real colour of this, but this is absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting. Grey. Lydia sees grey. Kelsey's green. How amazing is this? Literally, this is the beauty of Hermes, because the colourway of Hermes, because they build it with the undertones, you just can't beat Hermes colours because of the fact they use all these beautiful undertones. And Jen said bluey green. So yeah. Okay, so the official colour, do we know the official colour name?
I think it's a vert.
Bosphorus? It's vert Bosphorus. So the colour of this is vert Bosphorus, which is kind of inspired by the Turkish Bosphorus, which is that bluey green tone. And in some lights, you're right, Lydia, it does have that grey tone as well, which I kind of love. It really is, depending on how you want to style it up. You can pull out the tones. So if you want to pull out the like green tones, you could wear a green outfit. If you want to pull out blue, you can wear a blue dress, or greys. You can wear, you can really change the tone of the bag, the look of the bag in different lights and different outfits. Now this is a Returne Kelly. It's a much more softer structured Kelly. It's a 28. I love the Returne. So if I was to go for a Returne Kelly, this is the perfect size. As you can see, it's a bit more softer. It isn't as stiffer as the other bag. A really nice, comfortable bag to use. Now, when it comes to Hermes sizes, people always ask me what levers to go for. Honestly, for me, the levers doesn't matter when you're working with the mini Kellys, the 25s, the 28s, and even 32 in a Kelly. It doesn't really matter. But when it comes to the bigger bags, then you can play around with the colours. By the way, I just purchased myself a big Kelly from Hermes. Not from Hermes, from Luxury Promise. So it was on the website, but I gave everyone a chance. But
Which one did you get?
Surprise. Should I do a reveal? I'm going to do an Hermes reveal of what bag I bought from Luxury Promise on my Instagram. I need to pick it up, actually. So, Burt Bosphorus, Kelly 28. You want this one?
Yeah.
Togo, gold hardware, and the price of this bag is £16,500. And again, it's a Z stamp, an older colour again. So I'm they're pre-loved colours, you know, they're going back, you know, we're setting trends, they're going back to the older colours and bringing them back to life again, which is the beauty of buying pre-loved, because you may be able to find a Bosphorus pre-loved somewhere. So that's Togo, and I am going to do my reveal. Everyone's asking for the reveal. I'm going to pick up my bag and do a reveal. Okay, guys, is there anything else that you want me to go through since we are here? Oh no, I forgot 2 bags. I forgot 2 major bags, guys. How could I forget about that? Don't know why I was rushing off. Okay, take a moment, guys. This is a very, 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 very special Kelly. Now, it's so special, it even gets a special box. So this box is literally on a stage. It's a hard box, not a soft orange box. It's inside, it's lined with like navy blue and black. It is absolutely incredible because Hermes have made this as a special Kelly. Now, this is 2 leathers put together. So it's not 2 separate, not one leather. Can you see? I kind of call this like the clown Kelly and Birkin, although it's not the official name for it, because it kind of like has that like clown likeness to it. Now, it's palladium hardware, Kelly 28, a perfect pop of colour and tone. You can see here. Now, can you see why it's even more special? Because inside it is blue. Can you see? So everything about this bag, every touch point on this bag is just incredible. Now, the colours of these are Rouge Cassac and Rose Mexico? Rose Extreme. Okay, so Rouge Cassac, Rose Extreme, and Blue Zanzibar inside. God, there's so many colours, literally. Let me just quickly just show you the difference between Blue Zanzibar.
Some of them are so similar.
Okay. So this is Blue Hydra, Blue Frida, and Blue Zanzibar. They're quite similar in colour, so sometimes I get really confused in the colours because the tones are quite close together, especially in the Rose Extreme, Rose Mexico, Blue Zanzibar, Blue Hydra, Blue Frida. They're quite similar bluey tones. So anyway, this is a 28 and it is just beautiful. If you are looking for that really rare piece with that pop of colour and just wow. I mean, I would totally take this bag. I mean, I would scream if Hermes offered me this bag, but I don't know if you can actually put this bag on the wish list. I think it's actually considered a push piece. So you go to Hermes and they may offer it to you. If you are there, they might pull it out as a surprise. So definitely would be a surprise. I think I would scream. But a push piece means that they get special pieces in the store, which they would offer to maybe a VIP customer or a customer that they see that they may connect with, not too sure the criteria, similar to like something like a cargo. So the cargo is also considered like a push. So certain stores get an allocation of these really, really rare pieces and they will allocate them to certain customers. So yeah, that's kind of what is known as a push. Now to reveal the price. The price of this is £21,945, guys. It is really special. Yeah, it's an incredible, I mean, that's why you can see the craftsmanship of it, the way it's just built. A beauty. Now, it seems like there's lots of celliers. It's definitely a cellier kind of day. Guys, are we ready? Rouge H. The most, or is it Bordeaux? Rouge H? It is Rouge H. The colour close to Rouge H is Bordeaux. So Rouge H has almost like a burgundy but brown tone to it. It's got the palladium hardware. And again, this is Vue Madame. And the difference between Vue and Madame, just so you can see, is that the grains get smaller. So although on the far away, they look quite similar, close up, you can kind of see the difference with that beautiful shine. Palladium hardware. Love this. I think the Rouge H Bordeaux should be a classic colour for me in the Hermes world. Like, it just goes with absolutely everything. It goes with blacks. There's something really rich and elegant about the reddy brown tones, which I really love. So same with navy and same with brown. they're tones which I think are just classic colours, which just go with kind of everything, and very special. This again is a Z stamp 2021 piece and has never been used. And are we ready for the price? We are ready for the price. Let me just quickly show you. Again, you'd have to wear this as like a top handle bag as well because of the fact that it's stiffer. So £18,150 is the Birkin 25. Now, before I head, I'm going to quickly show you guys a comparison between the normal Birkin 25 and a Cellier. So the difference between a Birkin 25 and a Cellier is the fact that this is obviously, as mentioned, more structured, and this is a softer, more slouchier leather. Togo, it has a more of a, and you can actually quite comfortably wear this on your arms because of the softness of the leather, whereas this is designed to be a bit more box-like feeling and structure. So that's the difference between a Cellier and a Returné Birkin. Now guys, I hope you liked your Tuesday school of Hermes. Maybe that's what I need to rename it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and always feel free to send me messages before the live or questions that you have during the live, so I'm not talking at you and I'm talking with you. So Grace will be back tomorrow for her Wednesday live at 4 p.m. and we have an incredible selection of pieces that you can see, which is all things Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, maybe some Hermes in there as well, it's pre-loved stuff. So I hope to see you on the next show, and see you, Lauren. See you, Jen. And thanks, Anna, and whoever tuned in. Lydia, the names that I remember. Let me see who else there was that said hi. Gabrielle, Anna, Persbop. Thanks for making this show more exciting. See you later. Bye.